Hello, welcome. My name is Beth, and I am Scorpio Guide. Full moon. Oh my goodness, time to celebrate. This full moon is taking place in Libra, and what my mind is asking me is, are you balanced internally? Are you living in balance with the external life you're living? Celebrate where balance is found, and in fact, look for it. Look for the balance and create more of it going forward. This is the time for recognition. The whole light is shining on what kind of balance you're living inside and out. And the overall energies for this year so far is April, because it's April now, is the Seven of Wands, and it says fight for balance. And in March, it was the Eight of Cups, which says abandon imbalance. And at the beginning of this moon year, Luna New Year, was the Death card, and it's putting an end to imbalance. So ending imbalance, abandoning imbalance. Now we're coming into April asking the hard questions. Are you living in balance? Are you in balance with your external life? Do you have balance to celebrate? Look for it. Look for the celebration spots. Now look for it and lean into that. Create more of it going forward. Let's see what this full moon has to say. That's powerful. What a powerful full moon. Very powerful. Very enlightening if you're looking for it. Just a heads up. It's not demands. It's just really a heads up. A good thing to be looking for, celebrating during this full moon is where balance exists. Where does balance exist? What does it look like? What does it smell like? Do more of it. So we have the past energy coming in of the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is time to refocus. Time to balance out. And that's the past energy. The past energy is looking down on everything else that's going on. Is it, did you refocus? Because now it's time. It's time to live the refocus. So if you haven't been focusing on balance in your life, now is a real super duper good time to start looking for the balance in your life and creating more of it. The present energy is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a divine major arcana card, and it's two. It's got two pillars, so it's balanced in the nature that you don't have to rush out and create this balance. You just have to look for it. You have to recognize it. Give it life by focusing on it. Focusing on, yes, the balance. You don't have to act on it necessarily. Little celebrations like, you do exist. That's the present energy, because you don't have to go. In fact, don't go rushing out trying to create some balance by, however, that's not. It's, look for it. It's there. If you're focusing on it, you'll find it. Oh, the hidden energy, goodness, is the King of Swords. This is militant. This is law. This is mind mastery, knowing the mind. This is knowing balance, knowing it. Not just recognizing it, not just leaning into it, but knowing and having and trusting in it so much that you don't have to go looking for balance anymore. And it's the hidden energy. It's possible. It's here. If you're looking for it, you're going to find it. If you find it and lean into it, you can create more of it. The block to this militant, black or white, very balanced energy is strength. The strength card. You're not feeling very strong about it. Holy crap, there is no balance in my life. I can never have balance. Everybody around me sucks. That's the block. That's the block. It's too hard. But there's strength in that by taking the first step of not dismissing there's no such thing as balance in life. Don't dismiss that. The strength is found within thinking just outside of the box enough to say, okay, I'm going to look for balanced situations in my life today. I'm going to look for balance inside my emotions and my thought process and what really gets me laughing and what really saddens my heart. We're just going to find some balance. And you will find strength, huge, so much strength in just not resisting, looking for balance. It will open a lot of alignment energies in your life. And like I said, you don't have to go rushing out trying to create this thing. What you have to do is open up your eyes and be aware. If a situation feels off balance, look for the next balanced situation. Sometimes you have to take a step back in order to go forward. And so if you can't see any real balance in your life, wait till the next time you're thrown off kilter and see the imbalance. And then going forward, look for the next smallest form of balance in your life. Anything. And then at least you'll know what to lean into. And there's strength there. There's strength with great reward, strength for seeking out balance in your life. Immediate environment is the King of Cups. This is emotional mastery in your environment. What is required of you is to be emotionally balanced. So much so that it would seem like you're a master at your emotional center, your emotional existence, how you react, how you sleep at night, how you come into somebody just tapping at you saying, create more balance in your life. And you don't go off kilter and crazy. What do you talk about? I'm so balanced, blah, 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 blah. That's not this king. This king is, oh, really? Okay. Well, I will do that for a day and see what happens. I'll give it 24 hours. We'll see what happens. If nothing happens, then it's not for you. That's, I'm proud of you. But if it is you, then I'm proud of you for trying. And you have a spot to lean into where the more balanced we are, the better everything kind of flows. And we're supposed to flow. We're not supposed to be so rigid and cruel and crazy or whatnot, but supposed to flow. So the best way to harness this energy, to celebrate this energy, to look for this energy is the Queen of Swords. Very much so the counterpart to what's hidden. So this card is asking us to bring all of the tools for this balanced thing to be looked at so the king can take control and make it happen. So that's your job. That's the best way to break the blocks and feel the strength and receive the rewards is to be Mindful, be perceptive. Be perceptive. What does balance mean to you? What does it look like to be balanced? Have you ever experienced balance? I guarantee you, next time you feel so off balance that you lose your grip, the next the next thing, if you're looking for, okay, that was way unbalanced. Now let's see, what does balance look like? I promise you'll find it in its, like I'm saying, like in its smallest measurements. Be perceptive, be looking, be on the lookout. If balance is hidden, it's being asked to have all of the tools that it needs to grow. Bring it to the plate. Bring it to this emotional center. If you have an outburst, bring that to, okay, this is way unbalanced and I want to put an end to it. That doesn't belong in my life anymore. What do I need to abandon here in this situation? What doesn't belong to me? What has no business going forward with me on my journey of being balanced? What are we abandoning? And what are you going to fight for? What are the boundaries you're going to put in place to put an end to this imbalance? This imbalance does not belong in my life. It's being called. Where's the tools? Where are the tools for this boundary? What needs to be said no to? What doesn't belong to you? What is just not even broken, let alone fixable? It's just not yours. What's yours and what isn't? You will find strength in that. All the tools. And the most likely outcome is the Five of Wands. This is a void card. The most likely outcome is you're going to need to make a decision, a passionate decision, decision of where you belong in your external life. Where does this rational balance take root inside of your passion, in your internal flame? Where does this balance fit? This full moon is going to be leaving us with a choice. Where does it fit? Number one, what does it look like and how can I harness it to make it grow? Because I want more balance. And this being done is going to leave the question in the fiery depths of our soul. Well, where does that belong? Now that I'm balanced and, some people don't like me anymore because I had to abandon them because they're toxic and they don't belong in my balance. And where does that leave me? It's a huge question. The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups, and it was in reverse. I don't generally like to do reversals, but it was blatantly upside down, blatantly. The Eight of Cups. Everything that we've abandoned is going to require a decision. So it's not just one plain decision, where do I belong now? It's multifaceted. Okay, I see the imbalance. I can recognize that I must abandon a certain energy inside of that balance, and then a decision needs to be made multiple times, over and over and over again, as many times as it takes for the true self to embody the strength, embody the balance. Because if you've lived a long time imbalanced, off kilter, pleasing other people and not even knowing what you want anymore, then it's going to feel weird coming into balance. And there's going to be a lot of different things. It's not for the faint of heart, but the strength and the knowledge and the balance is a huge reward. A huge, huge reward. And it's not like it's super quick and super fast. The High Priestess is here. That's not super quick and super fast. Let's draw it back and sit and really view this. What's going on here? I say journal. That's my biggest thing out of all of that. That which we abandon because of imbalance, because balance is wanted. Because we abandon things, energies, situations, people, places, habits, as we abandon them, it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel like an internal fight. Why am I doing this? It's a process. You can't just push a button on any of this and let it happen. It has to be lived. You have to live in the awareness of what is it specifically making imbalances in your life. You got to look at it, then abandon it, and then put boundaries around it and say, no, I really mean this. I really super mean this. And there's strength in that. I promise you. The rewards will be greater than the growing pains. What a full moon. Again, the questions are you balanced internally? Are you fighting with yourself? Or are you balanced there? Are you living in balance with your external life that you're living? Do you wake up in the morning and hate your job? Or do you wake up in the morning and like, yes, I'm doing this today because this is what I do? Are you looking for the crap part of, oh my gosh, there's always a rain cloud on my head? Or are you looking for, oh, what possibility could come out of this challenge? You know, it's create more of the positive flow. Find balance in its smallest measurement, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the perfect amount of peanut butter and the perfect amount of jelly. If you were to make a sandwich like that for yourself and eat it, enjoy it. Recognize the energy. Everything you do is energy. Eating a sandwich, making the sandwich, it takes energy. If that's balanced, lean into it and just enjoy the heck out of it. More will come. I know it sounds simple and crazy, but it's sometimes in extreme imbalanced lives, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is all you got. You know, you got to go with what you got. And the universe is here to take anything you have to create more of the perfect peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Okay, I hope that makes sense and I'm not too insane. I will see you in the next.